How to Trade Forex, Lecture 15. And in this lecture we're covering the Forex Climate. This is a tool that's not provided by Forex Trader Magazine or this course. It's an external resource that we don't have direct control over, but that we do use on a regular basis. You'll find at www.forexclimate.com. This is nothing to do with Forex Trader Magazine. It's simply a tool that's available on the internet that we use on a regular basis. So this is the Forex Climate at www.forexclimate.com. And when the screen first opens, this is what you're looking at, which seems to be a bit of a mess really, with so many lines going on it. Each of these lines represents a different currency, and we're looking at them in terms of the relative strength of each of the pairs involved. When I move across to the pair that we're most interested in, the pound-dollar, just click on the link and we go to it, you can begin to see more of what we're talking about here. So looking at the screen, first of all, we can see candlesticks, and they're exactly the same candlesticks as we would see on the MT4 trading platform. We've got 1 hour, 4 hours and 1 day views, and we're currently in the 1 hour view. And towards the lower half of the screen, we've also got these two lines. The green line is the US dollar, and the white line on this chart is the UK pound, the GBP. And what we're looking at is a 1 hour chart, and we're looking at these two lines and the behaviour that they have. So which one is rising, which one is falling, are they crossing? And we're looking in terms of every time we get a significant crossover on these lines, we supposedly get a move, a change in direction on the actual candlesticks. And in theory, the position is when the pound, the white line, is above the dollar, the green line, then the pound is stronger and we can expect the currency pair to be moving up. Alternatively, when the green line, the dollar, is stronger, then we would expect to see the currency prices, exchange rates coming down. The timescales do make a difference, and we're looking for some congruence, at least between the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So just back to the 1 hour for a moment, we can see in terms of 1 hour, the pound is stronger. In 4 hours, the dollar is stronger but moving down. And in the 1 day, the dollar is stronger, but they're still a long way apart. So according to the day chart, the strength is with the dollar, and we don't expect to see particularly a big fall in this rate. As far as the 4 hour chart is concerned, yes, the dollar is stronger, but in the short term, we're looking at it falling, although the pound is not rising. So there's not a strong signal there. In terms of the pound chart, again, we've already had a crossover. The pound is stronger, but they're actually running in parallel at the moment. There are a number of tutorials, and on the left-hand side, we've got a tutorial button there, which actually tells you more about what's going on with these things. And really, there are only four. We're looking at crossovers. When the two currency lines cross, it's a possible turning point. We've got zero line penetration. When a currency moves from below the line to above the line, it's clearly getting stronger, and further strength should be anticipated. Crossing from above the zero line to below it, on the other hand, indicates a weakening currency, and weakness should be anticipated in that currency. We've got the scissor effect, where currency is well above the line but starts to decline back towards the zero line, and the currency that's below it starts moving back up. And where we have that situation, it's indicated that it's likely to be making a strong directional counter move to the one that's prevailed. And the fourth one is time period correlations. This is between the 1 hour, the 4 hour and the 1 day. When the shorter time periods indicate that the same thing is happening as in the longer time periods, then you would give it greater weight, greater strength. So, looking back at the chart, on the 1 hour, we can see we've actually got both currencies below the zero line, so both weak and neither particularly moving towards it, which means that we haven't got a strong indicator of a direction at the present time. The 4 hour, we've got the dollar above it but coming down, so if anything that would be saying that the dollar is weakening slightly but the pound isn't strengthening, and again being both close to that line, it's no great directional indicator. And in terms of the day, we've got this scissor effect. Both are very wide at the moment, but they haven't turned and started to come back together. Now, one thing is for sure, wherever we get these wide divergences like this, at some point they are likely to turn and to start coming back down together, but we're simply not there yet. When we get to that point, that will indicate that the pound, it'll probably start to rise again, but for the moment we've still got a continued decline on this particular set of figures. And these figures are on the morning of the 28th of August 2014.